Hey Bedros, I got diagnosed with PTSD as a result from an abusive relationship a few years ago. I let a girl take control of my life and it's been hard to shake. Do you have any advice on how to move past this for a future relationship?
So this guy let a girl take control of his life and she became abusive towards him. And that got him to a place where he was diagnosed with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
So it must have been wild.
Must have been wild. Now, with the limited information we have, I'm going to assume that she wasn't physical with him. Like when a woman has PTSD from being in a relationship with a guy, it's usually because the guy was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusive. I'm guessing, unless this guy's a real bitch, that she was not physically abusive. That she.
What if he was? What do we say then?
He needs to de-bitchify.
Okay.
So if he was physically abused by her and he couldn't restrain her and then call the cops and he just took the physical abuse on top of the mental and emotional abuse, he's a bitch. And you have to de-bitchify yourself first, so that you can become a man again.
How does one do that?
Well, you do that by doing what men do, which is start gaining. The answer is in both ways is the same. He needs to start gaining confidence in himself because he's putting all of his self-worth, he put in someone else. Like this chick, right? So when you put all your self-worth in this chick or anybody for that matter, you and I are tight friends. And if all of a sudden you put all your self-worth in me, right? As long as Bedros likes me and as long as I do what he says, I'm going to be good. Well, if all of a sudden if I'm fucked up in the head, I'm like, ooh, I think I can manipulate Leighton. So I start being a dick to you. I start berating you. I start calling you names and cutting you down. And you're like, well, I'm going to have to accept all this because as long as he likes me, my life will be good, right? No. As long as Leighton loves himself, your life should be good. Being in your life is just an added benefit, right? I love myself. You being in my life makes my life even more rich. And so this guy needs to fall in love with himself, build his confidence. He needs to develop skill sets of making money. He needs to probably get lean and jacked. I know I say that all the time. Y'all need to get lean and jacked because in the process of getting lean and jacked, you learn discipline, focus, consistency, delayed gratification, hard work. You fall in love with yourself. And then on top of all of that, he needs to have a life vision. Like, where do you want to go in life? With or without some chick? Like, what do you want to achieve in life? And then whoever this partner is, they're just like on board for the ride and you're on board for their ride. Like both of you should be going towards a life's goal. If he put everything on her and then she was fucked up in the head and she started to become physically and emotionally abusive towards him and manipulative, then this guy's screwed. So he needs to redefine himself, rebirth himself, develop a new identity, new self-confidence, belief systems, a new physiology, like be lean and jacked, find ways to make money, develop a group of friends who are guys, jujitsu, boxing, MMA, chess, like you name it, a running club, book club, whatever, like have male friends, because odds are he also probably didn't have male friends. He allowed this abuse to take place because he probably came into the relationship already with PTSD, meaning mom or dad probably berated him and were mentally, emotionally, possibly physically abusive. And so we tend to find the type of people that we want to fix. Well, I couldn't fix the relationship with my mom and dad, so the next person I find and get into a relationship with, I'm going to try and fix them, or at least recreate my past with them. And so you find another asshole who's abusive towards you. So this guy needs to just like fall in love with himself, not date anyone for a year, build himself up to the 2.0 version, and then he will attract a better human. Hey guys, quick interruption to the Bedros Keuilian Show. I took some time to go to the local juice stores here in town and I bought all these different ginger, turmeric, and walnut shots. Now they range anywhere from $3.69 all the way to $4.05. And to be honest with you, they all suck. Why? Because they do not have anywhere near the wonderful ingredients of the Truline Wellness Shot. First of all, to build your immune system and keep your immune system strong, Truline Wellness Shot is packed with vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. And also to help you fight off inflammation, it is packed with turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. And to keep you hydrated, Truline Wellness Shots have sodium, potassium, and magnesium. This is the ultimate morning supplement. Just take one packet, pour it in 4 ounces of water, and shoot it, and you're good to go. Best of all, $1.69 per packet instead of twice the price of those other other inferior one. I want you to get 50% off your first 30-day supply. So go to Trulian.com, use my name Bedros, and you can get 50% off plus free shipping, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and $1 gets donated to Shriners Children's Hospital. Best of all, if you like the Trulian Wellness Shots, and I know you will, like thousands of other people who are part of the Trulian tribe, every month we'll send you a new supply at 20% off, free shipping. So go to Trulian.com, use my name Bedros, and get your 50% discount code before it goes away. Back to the show.
On the point of getting lean and jacked, do you think that, because I don't know what he looks like. This is somebody who DM'd you, and I'm curious on what he looks like. I click, he doesn't have it's like a, faceless page. Whatever.
Right.
So I don't know what he looks like.
Wait, you checked his account and it was a faceless page?
Yeah. Well, like it was private and the account didn't have his picture on it.
That alone tells you the problem, right?
Yeah.
He's so, unless like he's fucking Captain, 007 agent where like he can't identify himself to the world because he's out there saving the world, in which case some guy saving the world from disaster is not going to be a bitch and get into a relationship.
Yeah.
So the fact that he doesn't even have a profile picture just tells me that he's not proud of himself, happy with his body, his looks, his physique. What was your question?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like, if he was lean and jacked, do you think that a woman would even feel inclined to take advantage of a guy like that? Like, in other words, do you feel like being lean and jacked and being a certain kind of guy, does that kind of deter people? They don't even want to try that with you.
Yes. If you're lean, jacked, confident, assertive, you're way less likely to get taken advantage of and abused. Simply because even if they try, first of all, it's a deterrent, right? Think about it. They like women are targets of getting robbed more than men because women look weaker in a dark parking lot than a dude who's like walking upright, making eye contact with people and looks more built, right? And so if you are a man and you look frail and lack confidence and you're hunched over and you're not making eye contact, he makes himself a perfect target for this crazy broad who is abusive. I'm not taking that away. He probably got into an abusive relationship, and that freaking sucks. And he lacked so much confidence that he didn't even see any of the red flags getting in. He just thought that's just how relationships are because that's probably the kind of relationship he came from in his family. But if he got lean, jacked, gained confidence and became more assertive, one, it would be a deterrent. And number two, if she tried, he'd have enough confidence to be like, bitch, sit the fuck down before I rearrange your furniture and call the police.